Last week, President Trump signed a sweeping new executive order aimed at overhauling America's foster care system with a focus on helping children transition into stable housing, education, and long-term support. The plan creates a national resource hub, expands community partnerships, and directs federal agencies to modernize how they track and assist foster youth. The White House says the goal is to ensure that no child ages out of care without a safety net.
As we make America great again, we are going to protect American children in foster care, and we're going to ensure that they will never, ever be forgotten. These children will never be forgotten, and they're going to grow up to be unbelievable, strong, smart, wealthy, productive citizens.
And those promises now raise big questions about what this will look like on the ground, especially here in Georgia. All right, time to welcome back to the table Wellroot Family Services CEO Allison Ashe. Welcome back to the show. Help us to break down this initiative that what it means for families, foster parents, and young people that age out of care. At the ground level, Allison, what's most significant about the part of this new federal initiative?
Well, I feel like what's most significant about it is the fact that it happened. Over the past several years, we've seen a heightened attention not only to children in foster care, but children aging out of foster care. There's been a number of initiatives that have happened here in the state of Georgia, including the Fostering Success Act, and now to see a federal executive order that supports these vulnerable young people, both in foster care and aging out of foster care, is really exciting for us in the community and in the provider community.
Yeah. Does this executive order fill the gaps in Georgia's foster care system?
There's a lot of good content in the executive order, and there are gaps that it fills, especially in the area of education. The order, often children aging out of foster care get a lot of support if they're pursuing 2-year or 4-year degrees, and the order includes credentialing programs and apprenticeships and kind of certifications, things that young people can get in a quicker fashion. It doesn't fill all the gaps, though. There's not really anything in the executive order about access to mental health, which is a huge issue for all children, but certainly for children who have had the traumatic experience of interfacing with the child welfare system.
Yeah, we understand that roughly 500 young people age out of care each year. Which part of this new initiative would directly help them?
The educational piece is really significant for them. It provides that currently there's some educational vouchers that support young people aging out of care that are pursuing 2- and 4-year degrees. This executive order does extend that to apprenticeships and credentialing programs. There's also a platform that's going to be created due to the executive order where young people can find resources. So if a young person ages out of the foster care system and they choose not to stay engaged with the Department of Family and Children's Services, they're really on their own. They are on their own looking for education. They're on their own looking for mentorship, looking for housing. Often they don't even know what a lease is, but they're trying to find an apartment. So this online platform will give them a place where they can go and find organizations like Wellroot Family Services. Yeah,
Allison, I got about a minute left. I want to ask you this. The initiative calls for stronger partnerships and community and faith-based organizations to help out. What role will groups like yours, Wellroot, play in making this policy real?
Well, I think what's exciting about it is it looks for stronger partnerships between faith-based organizations, partnerships with educational institutions that can help us ensure that we get appropriate education for young people. Also that we can do research and evaluation on the practices that we're implementing. And it calls for partnerships with the private sector. And that's huge because we need employment for these young people. We need our companies to step up and be able and willing to provide supported employment. And in Metro Atlanta, we have a lot of Fortune 500 businesses, and we need those businesses to step up and be willing to partner with us to get these young people on the right path.
Yeah. Allison Ashe, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for your insight today.